Liberty.
Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America.
In the
These acts
councils
shatter
of government,
steel,
we must guard
but they
against
cannot dent
the
steel.
acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
Inherently and historically oppose the secret society.
We, as Americans, have the capacity now, as we've had in the
We decided
past,
long ago
to do whatever
dangers
needs
of
to be done
excessive and unwarranted
to
concealment
preserve this last
Certain
and
facts
greatest bastion of
far
freedom.
outweigh the dangers
In this
which are
present
cited to
crisis,
justify it.
government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
Welcome back to Embers of Liberty, where it is the third Saturday in October, and I am extremely pissed off.
He is.
The Bama game was not good. Not acceptable. They played crappy defense.
I mean, I'm happy.
Yeah, you don't even watch football, so shut up.
I mean, I did today.
Yeah, the one game a year that you watch.
What?
I mean, I'm sure we are, but I don't know. Everything could be completely fucked up.
Yeah, we are. I mean, yeah, and I openly admitted it on the internet that this is about the only game I really care to watch.
Yeah, unfortunately, fuck you.
I know enough about football, though. No,
you don't know enough about football to know what you're talking about.
Fool! I played.
You don't.
I was in the band. I watched every
give a
high
shit.
school football game for 4 years.
That doesn't mean that you know things about football. Quite frankly,
I know enough.
You do not.
I know enough.
You know some.
I know enough.
You don't know enough.
I know enough.
No. Anywho, so here we are. I'm pissed. Drinking beer. And Joe, how was your week?
It's all right.
I don't care.
It was good. It was good.
I don't care.
It was good.
I don't care.
Especially tonight.
This is one of those. I will fucking stab you. Anywho, so anyway, how was your week?
Pretty good.
That's
good.
it. That's it. That's all you got.
I mean, I'm trying to think.
Anything
significant? Not really. Not really.
I'm in a different chair, and
at least not nothing that I can openly talk about at this moment, because there's things in play. But I could talk about them probably next week. But as of this moment, I cannot talk about them because they're in play, and we don't know if they're going to go through for good or not. Not really so much to do with me, but more so to do with like some family. But good things though.
Are
not
you
bad
finally
things.
getting a sex change?
All these years, I felt inside like I was, you know, those big tentacle things that you see on anime porn. You know, it has like 4 wieners and.
That's it. We're done. We're done. Not tonight. Nope. I'm out of here. See, Jesus does not approve.
No, it's some good things going on with family, and but they're not set in stone yet. So I've been told not to talk about it until it is set in stone.
But I'm family.
Well, I will talk with you about it, but I don't want to talk about it on the air.
Okay. You're fired.
Some good things, though. Let's just put it this way: it's going to mean some, and probably another good little job for me, especially during the wintertime.
All right. That's good.
Yeah. Like good work. It'd be work
Nice.
that I actually enjoy.
Sweet.
That's not plant related.
I think I know what you're talking about now.
Even though I do quite like plants.
Yes. Resident plant guy.
As you can see, I have new plants over there. See the big one right there in the floor? It's in the floor. Right
No,
beside the drum. Oh, it's
I don't
because
care
the
about
drums
the
in front of
plants.
it. It's pretty?
I don't care about plants.
It's a Vani Monstera.
Yeah, you posted it on Facebook. I saw it.
Gorgeous. It was $10 too. Until I bought the $16 pot to go with it. Literally, the pot was more expensive than the plant.
Stupid.
But it was a pretty pot. But
I'm
anyways,
sure it
Justin,
was.
how was your week?
Well, the shipping guy was out, so I had to cover shipping at work, and it was it wasn't too bad. Pretty slow week. Went to the chiropractor yesterday, and that's pretty much it. And then got pissed off today by Alabama. So
cameraman says that we look so clean and shiny, and he thought we got replaced.
well, I got a
by some
haircut.
Metrosexuals. I have not had a haircut. I looked literally. Well, no, I shaved. No. No. Yes, I did. I've shaved since last show because I had to do a little video for my scholarship.
Bro, I ain't know. Anywho, so weeks are covered.
Why is it saying errors occurred? Because we're still streaming.
It always does this now. I don't just it's dumb. Anyway,
It's fine.
weeks are covered. Let's talk freedom things.
Have you ever been high on mushrooms?
No. So
That would have been a good intro little discussion.
we actually have quite a few things to talk about in no particular order. But let's start out with some Quid Pro Oh No, which is actually the title of the show tonight. But so I don't know if you're aware of this, but the Saudis came out and basically said, "Hey, Joe Biden asked us for a 1-month delay on our decision to reduce oil production." What happens a month from now, Joe?
The midterms.
Look at that. Didn't somebody else get impeached for quid pro quo? Didn't that happen like 2 years ago? Wasn't that a thing? Quid pro quo
Quidditch.
with Ukraine and dirt on Hunter Biden, even though Zelensky said that's not what happened on the call. Didn't a certain orange man get impeached over something like that? Which now Joe Biden is saying, "Hey, I need you to delay this announcement by a month. Just get me through the midterms, or there's going to be consequences." What consequences? Pop? What are you talking about?
He's the big guy, remember?
That's right. He is indeed the big guy. So, let's just take a gander at this.
The Saudi Arabian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they issued a very lengthy statement in response to Biden saying he would reassess America's relationship with the kingdom after OPEC announced their massive oil production cut. And the Saudis, well, they had some thoughts on Joe Biden. Now, first, they accused him of lying about their motivations for the production cut. Then they say that he wanted the Saudis and OPEC, and also that now includes Russia, to delay their announcement and their cut by 1 month. This is what they wrote, quote, postponing the OPEC plus Russia decision for a month, according to what has been suggested, meaning requested by Biden, would have had negative economic consequences. Next, they put Biden on notice that they're not going to be listening to any of his, quote, dictates, actions, or efforts to distort their work on setting oil prices. And if that's not humiliating and bad enough, the Saudis had some parting words for Biden. We are not friends. The kingdom affirms that it views its relationship with the United States of America as a strategic one that serves the common interest of both countries. Wow. Here now with reaction, Florida Senator Marco Rubio. He's on the Foreign Relations Committee.
Little Marco.
So, the fact that this statement came out from the Saudis is basically a giant fuck you.
And I'm here for
Joe
it.
Biden, and I'm quite frankly here for it.
Even though F the Saudis too, but
well, so here's the thing: like they have to do what's in the best interest of their country. Like, it's not their fault that Joe Biden has waged absolute war on the fossil fuel industry in the United States, because let's not forget, we are perfectly capable of being completely energy independent.
Right.
Like, we could be the number one producer of oil and gas in the world if they would allow it. But they won't. They will not greenlight production in the States.
You know what's going to really suck about this, though? Gas prices, while they're already starting to go back up, they are about to probably go from like to.
Well, yeah.
They're about to take the elevator.
Because we're not doing anything domestically to stop it. We're just letting it happen.
Well, if anything, we're fanning the flames. If anything,
well, we're not fanning the flames. The Biden administration is fanning the flames.
not yet. Our administration. That's what I meant.
At the end of the day, you've got holiday travel about to start. You got a lot of people that are going to be going all over the place. Gas prices typically go up during the winter months. What are you looking at?
Push in on your. You still sound a little distant.
Well, maybe somebody's been messing with the knobs over there again.
No, I was messing with your. I messed with it the other day because I was looking at a mount. I was looking at one of the mounts.
Why?
I was seeing if maybe we could put the shock absorbers on here, so maybe if we moved it, it wouldn't sound so much.
It's got internal shock absorber.
I didn't know. I was looking to see.
That's why I bought these.
Well, good job. I was just looking. So I
really wish that you would not do stuff like that while I'm mid thought.
Sorry.
You really throw me off.
Anyways, Saudis.
I will strike you. Anywho, what I don't even know what I was saying. I literally lost all train of thought.
I did too.
And it's because of you.
I'm sorry. Gas prices.
Oh,
going
yeah,
up.
gas prices. They typically go up during the winter months because, well, travel. Like a lot of people are going for Thanksgiving.
Yes. But
Christmas,
what may play
New
into our
Year's.
hand, though, is a lot of Americans are stupid. I hate to say that, but they are. And they're going to blame it on Joe Biden.
Well, so they're not going to blame it on Joe Biden. They're going to blame it on the Saudis because that's what Joe Biden is blaming it on.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
I mean, at the end of the day, when you look at it, that's what's going to happen. They're going to start saying, well, the Saudi Arabians should have pumped more oil with OPEC. No, what should have happened is that we should have pumped more oil here in this country.
For sure.
Because you, the Biden administration, are perpetually fucking us. And I'm getting real tired of it, to be completely honest.
My booty is sore.
My butthole's
And we're running out of lube.
My butthole's about that big around now.
Yep.
I can almost get my face through it.
They didn't even use the good lube either.
No, they use that water-based shit. It's no good, man. So they're basically like...
We need to make a new sound.
What's... I don't even want to know what you're
one
thinking.
that would get us. Probably one that would get us removed.
Disgraceful.
Oh my God. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a failure on domestic policy. This is a failure on foreign policy, and it is going to screw Americans. On the bright side, it's probably going to get Republicans in Congress.
Which, obviously we're libertarian and stuff, but
I align much closer with Republicans.
Yeah, I'd much rather see a Republican
Democrats
in there than a Democrat.
Speaking of which, Tulsi Gabbard has
told Democrats to piss off.
Left the Democrat Party. And it looked a little something like this.
I can no longer remain in today's Democratic Party that's under the complete control of an elitist cabal of warmongers who are driven by cowardly wokeness, who divide us by racializing every issue and stoking anti-white racism, who actively work to undermine our God-given freedoms that are enshrined in our Constitution, who are hostile to people of faith and spirituality, who demonize the police but protect criminals at the expense of law-abiding Americans, who believe in open borders, who weaponize the national security state to go after their political opponents, and above all, who are dragging us ever closer to nuclear war. Now, I believe in a government that's of the people, by the people, and for the people. Unfortunately, today's Democratic Party does not. Instead, it stands for a government that is of, by, and for the powerful elite. Now, I'm calling on my fellow common sense, independent-minded Democrats to join me in leaving the Democratic Party. If you can no longer stomach the direction that the so-called woke Democratic Party ideologues are taking our country, then I invite you to join me.
See that? She bumped her mic and didn't even hear it.
Yeah, Joe, she's rich. She can afford fancy shit.
The Joe
No,
Rogan.
shut up. I don't know why it did that.
I noticed that it's like she bumped it, and I'm like, damn, I didn't even hear that.
So, first off,
Yes, very much.
also second off, Tulsi Gabbard is fucking hot.
She's like,
She's hot. I dig the gray streak.
oh, I dig the gray hair.
Right.
Ask that one. I dig the gray hair.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Justin likes him some. Justin likes him some mamas.
Well,
Guilty.
indeed. Guilty as charged. So
Is it kind of weird that we're getting to that age where it's like, you know, used to like, no, we liked them young, like we liked them young like us, and now we're getting to that age where, you know, little age is looking kind of nice.
I mean, both are acceptable. Like, not obviously not like young, but like I put my age limit at like 25, 26. And that's stretching.
Because I got
that's really stretching it, because honestly, I don't want the drama that comes with a 25 or 26 year old.
Yeah.
Like, really and truthfully, I'm leaning closer to 30 every day.
Yeah. But if you could get 40.
As a single man, I mean,
If you could find a 40-year-old woman that
It's
don't
so-
want any more kids than what she's got, and she just wants to, like, travel and do
yes
shit.
and no. Like, I just, first off, like,
Take note, ladies.
I just don't know. I really don't know what age I would like. Preferably under 40, but above 26.
Look, if she's hot and she cooks you breakfast in the morning,
I don't need no woman to cook me breakfast. I cook my own breakfast. And my breakfast is probably better than her breakfast.
fair. Fair. I like this woman's breakfast, but I will tell you, I like my scrambled eggs better. And she will vouch for me on that. I do like my scrambled eggs better.
Anywho, so, you know, the fact that Tulsi Gabbard actually stood up and said, what?
Cameraman says if she has any kids when she comes to the table, she has no prize at all.
That's not true.
Man, I'm telling you, the maturity. I don't know, man. Like, I'm just one of those men that I really prize maturity in a woman. Like, I like that. I like maturity in a woman.
Here's the thing. When you find a woman that's in her 30s with no children, chances are
She's
she
not
is
mature.
not mature.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So, like, yeah,
Well, I mean, we have friends with no kids at 30.
correct.
They still act like 24-year-olds.
I mean, okay, listen. You know,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
and it's true. I am kind of retarded.
But you have a child. Like,
But I have a kid.
you have the maturity that's come with that shock of being a parent and the experience of being a parent.
Correct. And it's a different world. Like,
You look at the entire world completely
you
different.
really do.
Like, it's funny because, like, okay, so I go to school with these kids, right? And, like, 90% of them are, like, below 25. There's a few that are, like, in their 30s, and
Yeah, because you're 33 and in college. Again.
hey, there's an older dude there's a dude
I'm
that's
sure
like
there
60.
is.
He's like 67.
Fuck that.
Well, he's doing it because he wants to be a farmer. He's a cool dude too. But
Bro,
like-
you're in your 60s. How long do you have to farm?
I think he's looking to make something to pass down to his kids.
I mean, should have been thinking about that way before you were 60.
He's still kicking though. Like, I think he's gonna make it into his 90s.
It's possible.
But anyway, so these kids, like, I'll talk about being a parent, blah blah, and like how I spank my kids, and they like, we shouldn't talk about hitting our kids, and I'm like, I'm not talking about hitting my kid. Like, I'm talking about spanking my kid. Like,
there's a big difference.
Like when they say hit your kid, like I think hit, like punch. Like I'm not punching my kid.
Like, the joke that I always make when they're acting up. Have you tried punching them? It's a joke. Like, I do not advocate for actual physical violence against your children.
Like I do not hit my children.
A good pop on the ass, yes,
effective.
It is supremely effective
when done correctly.
Especially when one goes, that didn't hurt. It's about to.
Yeah. Well, see, like with Bryson, we got to be careful because we got to kind of determine, is he having a autism tantrum or is he having a 5-year-old tantrum? If he's having a 5-year-old tantrum, he gets the... But if he's having an autism tantrum, you can't exactly discipline that. You kind of got to figure out a way to just contain it.
To bring him out of it.
Right. And spanking is not going to help that.
Right.
So, that's a hard part. But, cameraman says, kid, that didn't hurt. Me, bless your heart, because it's about to.
Exactly.
But yeah, like these kids, like they don't, and they try to say, and of course there is some of them, man, this just shows how much capitalism sucks. And I'm just like,
it has nothing to do with capitalism.
Not spanking. Like something will happen. Like they'll be like, this just shows how much capitalism sucks, or how much capitalism is ruining our country. And I'm like, as opposed to what? And they're always like, yeah, that's the way they always go to. Like, if I hate capitalism, the other step is communism. I'm like,
suggest a better alternative, please.
Like, well, what do you go to other than capitalism? Like, you go to, like, what do we have? Socialism and communism. Like,
if you've got a better alternative, by all means, make your case. The unfortunate part is that, well, they don't have a better alternative.
No, and they they just haven't had enough experience in life, I don't think, to
most of them, yeah. That's
and I think a lot of what it is too is a lot of them, they're in that early stage in life where like they feel the older people kicking on them, and and pretty much tell them like, hey, we're not listening to you, and you're pretty much just you got to pay your dues. You got to pay your dues. And
that's true.
And even still, I hate the idea of paying your dues. Like I feel to me personally, I'm like, hey, if you're a 21-year-old and you come to the table and you have something to offer and you actually show that you have maturity and you're willing to work with older folks, I'm willing to listen to you.
Yeah,
I'm willing to let you take some reins.
It takes that maturity.
But when you're that 21-year-old that's just going to play that whole, older people this, older people that, my life's unfair, we're not going to listen to you because we don't feel like you have the maturity to listen to us.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. But
that's the way some of these kids are.
It basically boils down to
don't be a dick.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And listen to people.
Yeah, if you listen to the people who've been there and experienced
you don't have to take their advice, but you need to listen.
You might gain some valuable insight.
Right.
It's just it's a fact of the world.
Right.
But again, going back to Tulsi Gabbard, she's left the Democratic Party, which is great. And it would appear that the Democrat Party is beginning to eat their own a little bit, because
Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, Representative D. Twitch,
got absolutely annihilated in a town hall.
I have got to see this.
And boy, let me tell you, was it fantastic.
Congresswoman, none of this matters unless there's a nuclear war, which you voted to send arms and weapons to Ukraine. Tulsi Gabbard, she's left the Democratic Party because they're a bunch of war hawks. Okay? You originally voted, you ran as an outsider, yet you've been voting to start this war in Ukraine. You're voting to start a thermonuclear war with Russia and China. Why are you playing with the lives of American citizens? You're playing with our lives.
There will be no neighbors if there's a nuclear bomb. You voted to mobilize and send money to Ukrainian Nazis. You're a coward.
Is that a different dude?
Socialist.
Yes.
Where are you against the war mobilization? He's telling the right truth. You have done nothing. Tulsi Gabbard has shown guts where you've shown cowardice. I believed in you, and you became the very thing you sought to fight against. That's what you've become. You are the establishment, and you are the reason why everybody will end up in a nuclear war unless you choose to stand up right now.
Oh, damn, and people are clapping, too.
The Democratic Party, will you do that? Yes or no?
People agree with him, man.
Okay, simple. Are you going to stop nuclear war? Yes or no? There is no line, because this is bullshit. None of this matters if we're all dead. None of it. You know that. Then let's take it up right now, because this is the only thing that matters. This is the only thing that matters right now. We could be in a nuclear war at any minute, and you continue to fund it. That's what's going on. Why not right now?
Oh, he's being rude.
You're being rude.
He's being rude. We're talking about nuclear war, but you're being rude.
So much unity.
Like, piss off, chick. Like, seriously.
You're the liar here. Nobody has held you accountable. That's what's happening. And it is time for you to stand up and realize that what you've been saying has been lies. Let your conscience come through for once.
I'm here for that.
Yes, more of that, please. Like,
and he's not wrong.
None of this matters if there's a nuclear war.
Yeah,
none of it.
Yep. You know what I want to see? You know, say we do finally have the nuclear war. I'd almost be willing to bet you all my bottle caps, Justin. See, Beth got that. She thought it was funny. She got that. I'd be willing to bet you all my bottle caps.
I get it. I was just focused on the fact that,
damn,
I need another brewski.
I'd be willing to bet you all my end of the world bottle caps to say that there's still going to be somebody out there saying, guys, we need to fight global warming. The world is destroyed, but we need to focus on the climate.
This is what I have to say about that.
Fair.
Nobody gives a shit about global warming right now. Because
there's about to be massive global cooling if we have a nuclear war.
Here's the thing. When nuclear war breaks out, the hottest ever recorded temperatures on the Earth will have happened in very specific spots.
Yes.
So,
and then the world will cool off very, very, very quickly.
Yes. Unfortunately, none of us will be here to experience it.
Well, I mean, some of us will be.
Nah, probably not. We're all going to die of radiation poisoning. It's going to be great.
So, here's the thing. I shoot you and you shoot me.
First off, that doesn't work.
I mean, one of us will die. The other ones will just bleed out.
We're just going to stand in the kitchen like this.
And we'll all everybody just 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God.
Somebody ain't gonna pull a trigger and somebody ain't gonna die.
So here's the thing, like,
I don't know, man. I want to live.
I'm
gonna be Mad Max.
All of this stuff with Ukraine continues to get worse and worse and worse. There's no off ramp. Biden supposedly tried to offer an off ramp. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Okay, so he offers the off ramp of basically telling Putin that he can leave Ukraine. That was the off ramp. Do you think Putin's gonna take the off ramp? No.
No. Putin doesn't give a fuck.
Putin is ready to go. Putin is ready for the sun. Putin is over there singing, "Here comes the sun, little darling."
Don't ever do that ever again.
I'm just saying, he's got his little ukulele and he's sitting over there.
Thank you so much for doing
saying, in his little Russian accent, "Here comes the sun, little darling."
Yeah, I mean,
the latest on the.
Yeah, this is much shorter. So let's see what Pop had to say.
War in Ukraine. Overnight, President Biden gave his first interview since the Russian counterattack on Ukrainian cities.
The president giving his assessment of whether Vladimir Putin might use a nuclear weapon. Our senior White House correspondent, Mary Bruce, has more for us. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Robin. Well, as Putin ramps up his brutal bombing of Ukrainian cities, President Biden overnight saying he thinks that the Russian president is a, quote, rational actor, but saying he is one who greatly miscalculated Russia's military strength and the fight of the Ukrainian people. But despite Russia's desperation now, Biden says he does not think Putin will ultimately use a nuclear weapon. As Russia escalates its offensive and Putin continues to threaten a nuclear attack, President Biden overnight warning of the risks of this moment.
The miscalculation could occur. No one can be sure what would happen, and it could end in Armageddon.
Putin has said he isn't bluffing about the potential use of nuclear weapons, but Biden disagrees, saying despite Russia's setbacks on the battlefield in Ukraine, he doesn't think Putin will actually go that far.
I don't think he will, but I think it's irresponsible of him to talk about it. I think he is a rational actor who's miscalculated significantly.
In a CNN interview, the president asked if he had instructed the Pentagon to game out a nuclear scenario just in case.
The Pentagon didn't have to be asked.
The war in recent days escalating to new heights. Russia bombarding civilian targets and critical infrastructure across Ukraine for 3 straight days.
You saw that sucker
Firing
coming
more
in.
than 100 missiles and dozens of drones, killing at least 19 people. Some of the strikes captured in these videos circulating online. The United Nations condemning the attacks as particularly shocking. Biden Tuesday joining the G7 leaders for an emergency meeting with Ukrainian President Zelensky. The allied leaders are pledging to stand with Ukraine for as long as it takes, but Zelensky's urging them to do more.
Щит для України.
Calling for more sanctions and air defense systems. The U.S. Tuesday sending 4 more longer-range missile systems, along with more advanced air defense systems from Germany. The big question now is, how does Putin get out of this? What is his off-ramp, as the president has said? Biden last night said Putin could end this war right now. He could argue to the Russian people that he set out what he intended to and bring Russian soldiers home. But, Robin, based on what we are seeing on the ground right now, it is clear Putin's strategy for now is to double down and escalate.
It does seem to be the case. And, Mary, President Biden also said that he has no plans to meet with Putin during the upcoming summit, unless it's about the release of Brittany Griner.
Yeah, Robin, the president said
Yeah,
now he
'cause
has
that's
no
fucking
intention
important
of
right
meeting
now.
with Vladimir
Piss
Putin
on
at the
Brittany
summit
Griner.
next month. Biden making it very clear that there will be no one-on-one negotiation about Ukraine, saying the allied leaders have agreed there'll be no discussion of Ukraine without Ukraine present. But Biden said if Putin wants to discuss other issues like the release of WNBA star Brittany Griner, well, Biden says he's willing to meet with him. Robin.
Okay, Mary.
Nobody gives a shit about Brittany Griner. She can rot in the gulag for all we care.
Literally, nobody cares. Like, that is bullshit. Okay, first off, Brittany Griner made a fucking mistake.
She's
by
dumbass.
taking
Like, what you-
THC cartridges into a foreign country.
Like, dumbass.
Idiot. You're dumb. That's it. That's the end.
Yep. The gulag is your home now.
Yes. And may you rot there.
I mean, we'll get you out when we, take over Russia, but we may not. What?
Lock and load. So
nuclear war again. Here we are talking about it.
I mean,
again.
but here's the thing: like, it keeps some of the. It doesn't make sense why they keep talking about it in this way. Like, you can't.
Like, it's something that's just like, hey, we're gonna have a bomb or two, and then we're gonna it's gonna be bad. We're gonna be mad at each other.
Yeah.
Like, no, I think if one bomb goes off, a lot of bombs go off.
Many bombs.
Because like I said I think it was last show, I do not see him being like, oh, hey, we're going to nuke this little place in Ukraine and leave everybody else alone. Like, I think it would be coordinated strikes all at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, granted, Ukraine's probably going to be the first one to catch the nuke, but
right. But we would hear, oh crap, Ukraine just got nuked, and then all of a sudden, like 10 minutes later,
the missile warning systems are going off, and we're getting text messages saying, hey,
take cover.
Even
though, depending on where it hit, like here in Arab would be all right. Justin, sorry, be good. Hey, at least you'll get vaporized. You won't have to deal with fallout.
No, I won't. I'm far enough away from the arsenal.
It depends. Depends on where it hits.
They would hit the arsenal.
I'm just saying it depends on...
The arsenal would be the target in Huntsville.
I'm just saying, like, that would be the target.
That's
that would
the
be
target.
That would be the target.
That's where they would hit.
But so it may not be, if the missile goes off a little bit.
First off, it's going to be an airburst, first and foremost. But I'm still far enough away from wherever it would be.
If there's an airburst, you really don't have to deal with the radiation, I don't believe.
Yeah, you do.
You do?
The airburst is how nuclear weapons have their maximum impact.
I know that it's been mentioned before in a documentary that if you did an airburst over it was a certain state, I couldn't remember, but if you did it over a certain state, it would literally cripple the entire country.
Yeah, I'm sure it would.
So really, that's all they need is one.
Yeah, well,
all they need is one, and it would take years for us to bring our infrastructure back up, and by then the entire country would lose its mind.
Well, I mean, by then the entire world would be on fire, so
Right,
it doesn't really
right,
matter. But anyway, we have ignored the chat, and cameraman is like hot and heavy up in there.
So cameraman says you're all focused on UK and Russia, and then out of left field, like John Cena, here comes North Korea with full-on nuclear assault on South Korea. And no, actually, you're right. I mean, right now, it is. This is. We are probably I think I would be willing to admit and say that I believe we are closer to nuclear war right now than we were in the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Well, yeah, most people would agree with that.
And Pop said that.
Yeah.
And but then the White House
walked him back. One of the few things
back.
that he's actually said that made any fucking sense.
But they had to walk him back on that and say, "Oh, he has no what do you call it? Evidence of this. He's just he said it out of evidence and blah blah." And I just really feel like we are closer to nuclear war than we've ever been.
Again, who is fucking in charge? Because if the president says it, that should be it. Yet the White House continues to walk everything back. Everything he says, they walk it back. They're like, no. And then they're like,
how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Yep.
Right. Make up your mind. You can't have it both ways. You've got to pick one. Pick one. Okay? Just pick one. Shit. It's way out of hand. So anyway, I mean, we're kind of hitting everything hard and fast, like we're just going through all of this stuff. And honestly, I think the OPEC thing was a much bigger deal than most people are talking about. And I think Tulsi Gabbard leaving the Democrats is one of those things that has gotten a lot of talk.
So continue what we're going to say, but I got something concerning nuclear war. We are the closest. So you know how the doomsday clock?
Yeah, 100 seconds to midnight.
100 seconds to midnight. We are the closest we have ever been to midnight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because people are dumb and they keep doing all of this shit. Like, if the entire planet could just get its shit together for like 5 seconds and be like, hey,
if we don't get our shit together, we're all going to die.
War bad. Maybe no more war.
Well, I would say that generally a lot of countries would agree.
So here's my question though. Where does Tulsi Gabbard go? Does she go independent? Does she go libertarian? Because honestly, she's more libertarian than she is Republican. But I don't think many libertarians would take her seriously as a libertarian.
It would be hard to take a liberal seriously.
Well, she's not really liberal though. I mean, she's military. She's pretty conservative. Like, she's really moderate.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. I don't know where it goes, and that's the problem with it. Because there's really no telling where she's going to go. And then as far as like AOC and all of that goes, like, she's getting shellacked. Like, they're eating their own, and it's glorious. Like, I love it. I love every second of it. And then,
please don't stop.
But then you've got other shit. Like, what the big thing is like, what are they trying to distract you from now? Because they've got Tulsi Gabbard leaving. They've got AOC getting shellacked in her fucking little town hall. Then they've got the January 6th committee still going on. Final hearing before the midterms was
so stupid
the other day, and they voted to subpoena Donald Trump, which we're gonna go there now.
Other witnesses have also gone to enormous lengths to avoid testifying about their dealings with Donald Trump.
Fake ass Republican.
Steve Bannon has been tried and convicted by a jury of his peers for contempt of Congress.
I'm so glad that she's not going to be in Congress after this year.
Month. Criminal proceedings regarding Peter Navarro continue. And Mark Meadows, Donald Trump's former chief of staff, has refused to testify based upon executive privilege. The committee's litigation with him continues. Mr. Chairman, at some point, the Department of Justice may well unearth the facts that these and other witnesses are currently concealing. But our duty today is to our country and our children and our Constitution.
Which you
we
have
are
ignored.
obligated to seek answers directly from the man who set this all in motion. And every American is entitled to those answers, so we can act now to protect our republic. So this afternoon, I am offering this resolution that the committee direct the chairman to issue a subpoena for relevant documents and testimony under oath from Donald John Trump in connection with the January 6th attack on the United States Capitol. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back. If there's no further debate, the question is on agreeing to the resolution. Those in favor will say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those opposed is no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it.
Mr. Chairman, I request a recorded vote.
A recorded vote is requested. The clerk will call the roll.
Ms. Cheney.
Aye.
Ms. Cheney, aye. Ms. Lofgren.
Aye.
Ms. Lofgren, aye. Mr. Schiff.
Aye.
Mr. Schiff, aye. Mr. Aguilar.
Aye.
Mr. Aguilar, aye. Mrs. Murphy.
Aye.
Mrs. Murphy, aye. Mr. Raskin.
Aye.
Mr. Raskin, aye. Mrs. Luria.
Aye.
Mrs. Luria, aye. Mr. Kinzinger.
Kinzinger, aye.
Mr. Kinzinger, aye. Mr.
Fake
Chairman.
ass fucking Republicans.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, aye.
The clerk will report the vote.
Mr. Chairman, on this vote, there are 9 ayes and 0 noes.
The resolution is agreed to. Without objection, a motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The chair requests that those in the hearing room remain seated until the Capitol Police have escorted members from the room. Without objection, the committee stands adjourned.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel.
Nobody cares. Nothing lawful, I guess.
So here's the thing. Like, this is pointless. He does not have to comply with the congressional subpoena. He doesn't. Because guess what Congress isn't? A law enforcement agency.
Yep.
He doesn't have to do shit. This is all just grandstanding so that they can say they did something. Not only that, but, you know, there's... This is fantastic, by the way. So, Nancy Pelosi is on video saying some rather dumb things on January 6th.
It's never before seen footage.
Yes, ma'am.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi shown fleeing the U.S. Capitol as it was under attack on January 6th. The videos captured by her daughter, Alexandra Pelosi, a documentary filmmaker.
We have got to
Huh.
Weird.
Welcome to Joe's Conspiracy Corner.
She provided some of her footage to the January 6th Select Committee, who played clips in their hearing Thursday. But in the roughly hour of additional footage obtained exclusively by CNN, we see lawmakers transforming Fort McNair, a military base 2 miles away, into a command center to communicate with Vice President Mike Pence and others, even considering reconvening the congressional proceedings at the military base.
We're being told it could take days to clear the Capitol and that we should be moving everyone here to get the job done. We're at which has facilities for the House and the Senate to meet. We'd rather go to the Capitol and do it there, but it doesn't seem to be safe.
While Pence evacuated the Senate chamber, he stayed behind in the Capitol with his security detail.
I worry about you being in that Capitol, though. Don't let anybody know where you are.
I'd like to know a good goddamn reason why it's been denied.
Then Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer shouting at Army Secretary Ryan McCarthy after hearing a rumor Trump blocked the National Guard going to the Capitol.
Please move. The whole Capitol is rampage. There's a picture of someone sitting in this chair of the Senate. We've all been evacuated. There have been shots fired. We need a full National Guard component now. She said it was not denied. I'm going to call up the effing Secretary of DOD.
A group of lawmakers, including Republican leaders Representative Kevin McCarthy and Senator Mitch McConnell, calling acting Defense Secretary Christopher Miller, urging a faster response.
Getting there in one hell of a hurry, you understand?
Got you loud and clear, leader.
And Pelosi and Schumer also confronting Acting Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen in a heated phone call.
No. Please answer my question. Answer my question.
Senator, I'm going to do everything I can do.
Does that include asking the president to get these people who are followers of hers to leave the Capitol?
Finally, word coming from Pence that it was safe to return.
I'm literally standing with the chief of the U.S. Capitol Police. He just informed me their best information is that they believe that the House and the Senate will be able to reconvene in roughly an hour.
Good news.
Which they did just after 8 p.m.
Let's get back to work.
The footage also showing Pelosi before the attack.
And let us hope that they will see the light as well and have their own epiphany on the other side.
Participating in a video call with House Democrats from our conference room. The same room that was ransacked hours later by rioters.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol.
Tell him if he comes here, we'll want the White House.
Pelosi later seen reacting to Trump's speech.
You can see them marching up.
And the rioters making their way towards the Capitol.
Secret Service said they have dissuaded him from coming to Capitol Hill. They told him they don't have the resources to protect him here. So at the moment he is not coming, but that could change.
Oh, he comes, I'm going to punch him out. This is my moment.
I would pay to see
I've
that.
been waiting for this, for trespassing on the Capitol grounds. I'm going to punch him out, and I'm going to go to jail, and I'm going to be happy.
Yeah, some pretty
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't.
He was still
think
president, wasn't he? Wasn't she making threats about the president while he was still president?
Yeah, it's hilarious. She's literally threatening the president of the United States at that time.
But hey, we're not going to talk about that though.
No. Mm-mm. But Joe, Ron DeSantis saying somebody should grab that little elf, Anthony Fauci, and chuck him across the Potomac is a threat against Anthony Fauci.
That was still so funny.
Hilarious.
So I need to answer a question. Cameraman says, how the F are we hundreds of seconds to midnight when Nagasaki and Hiroshima was like 80 years ago? Okay, so I looked it up, cameraman, while that video was going on. And the doomsday clock wasn't established, I don't think, till 1947. And Nagasaki was bombed in 1945. So there you go. Where's that?
On August 6th.
Yes.
Yep. So, at the end of the day, like, all of this is just a giant distraction. They're trying to distract you from the fact that they're sending billions of your tax dollars to Ukraine, where it vanishes. They're trying to distract you from the fact that they're printing money like it's made from trees, which it's not.
Wait, what?
Paper money is not actually paper.
Oh, yeah, it's made of like cotton fiber.
Yeah, it's like a cotton fiber thing. Also, just printing money doesn't mean that money has value.
Right.
Like, it's got to be backed by something. Unfortunately, our money is backed by nothing.
Well, money does get its value from the delusion that it has value.
Well, no, it used to get its value from the fact that it was backed by gold.
But I'm saying now, what gives it its value is the delusion that it's worth something.
Yeah,
kind of like gold.
Money is worthless.
Because if you really think about it, I mean, so is gold. Gold is worthless, but we want gold. That's why it has value.
Correct. It's about wanting to have.
That's what I'm saying. The fact that we want money is what gives it value now, even though it's in a sense worthless.
But unfortunately, when it was linked to gold, which is a precious metal,
it was worth a lot more.
It was actually worth something.
Right.
Like you could
originally
exchange it for gold.
Right.
Now you can't do that.
Right.
So In other news, did you know that Beau Biden died in Iraq?
Wait, what?
Exactly.
I thought he had drug issues, or what was it?
No, he had cancer.
Cancer.
And broke through the German defense line at a pivotal point in the war. Just imagine, I mean it sincerely, I say this as a father of a man who won the Broad Star, the Conspicuous Service Medal, and lost his life in Iraq. Imagine the courage, the daring, and the genuine sacrifice
Wait. Huh?
in the war. Just imagine, I mean it sincerely. I say this as a father of a man who won the Broad Star, the Conspicuous Service Medal, and lost his life in Iraq. A man who won the Broad Star, the Conspicuous Service Medal, and lost his life in Iraq.
Beau didn't die in Iraq, you idiot. So yet again, Joe Biden just makes shit up.
And nobody talks about it.
Nobody wants to talk about it. Beau Biden died of cancer. He did not die in Iraq.
Good gravy.
Clown world, man. That's what this is. It is fucking clown world. The entire thing is just bullshit at this point.
It's crazy town.
Every single bit of it. You know, and unfortunately, like, he's just continually...
You are fake news.
Fake news. He's just fake news, and he's...
Stupid.
Oh my God, I can't say this enough. Like, this man is not there. He is a liar. He is a cheater. He fucking is the worst president in the history of the United States of America. And he continually lies to his citizens. Like, just, it's outrageous.
Yep.
The amount of verifiably false things that he says. And he just gets away with it. It's like it does nothing. Like, nobody says anything to him. Nobody holds him accountable. It's just like all the Democrats. Nobody will hold them accountable for the things that they say until they start doing so. Like with AOC. You know, her constituents are fucking pissed.
Right.
And if she was up for re-election right now, she would lose her seat. And I have a real sneaking suspicion that she's gonna during the next cycle.
I sure hope so.
Boy, let me tell you, am I here for it.
Here for it.
So, anywho, let's go back. Now, what is this? Oh, that's the quid pro quo. So that, I mean, that pretty much sums up everything that we've got to really talk about, as far as like what's going on in the world right now.
I'd say top of the list though, nuclear war.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, nuclear war is one of those things like we really need
to not do that.
To not, like, can we just not?
We need to just not do that.
Like, it's going to be a bad day for everybody. Like,
yeah,
please just stop.
Because if you don't get hit and you don't get the radiation, you're still gonna probably lose power for a long time.
Actually, you know what? I do have one more thing.
Elon Musk. Oh, because he has opinions on foreign policy.
Yep.
So they're investigating him. Oh, this is one of those.
Oh, motherfucker! You're right. That is one of those.
Probably do the Forbes.
That's the one that I just did.
Oh, maybe do CNN then, because they're going to talk shit.
Hold on.
Ed, what do we know at this point?
Yeah, so it's a court filing. It's a letter from Twitter's attorneys to to the judge in this case, Kathleen St. Jude McCormick. What's really critical?
Oh, this is over his deal with Twitter.
October 6th. Why is that important?
Not the right thing. Damn it. How long ago was that? 2 days ago. That's not the right thing. Oh, no, I mean, it is over the Twitter deal, apparently.
Well, that's not exciting. Just try that first one up there. What is that?
Elon Musk is under federal investigation over his $44 billion Twitter deal, and that's according to a Thursday court filing by the social media platform. Twitter did not say what specific conduct officials may be investigating, but the company's filings elsewhere accuse Musk's legal team of failing to produce communications with the Securities and Exchange Commission and Federal Trade Commission, as well as ongoing litigation over whether Musk can walk away from the deal.
Now they're mad because he didn't want to buy it.
Well, not only that, but he's also, been talking. He's been in talks with Russia, like he's trying to find an off ramp, like. He doesn't want, like, his Twitter, he's actually put forth solutions, like, and has opinions on it and is trying to get out of it without fucking destroying the entire planet, because if nuclear war starts, that's it. That's the end of everything for all of us.
He is the modern day Tony Stark. Or the reality Tony Stark.
Is he Iron Man?
We need him saying we need him.
We need him to say I am Iron Man.
Yep.
Damn.
Go tag him on Twitter.
He won't respond, dude. No, that's not how Twitter works. Like, he's not going to look at that.
He may.
He won't though.
He may.
But he won't.
But he may.
Anyway,
I'm serious. If you do it and he does, I will get naked on camera.
No, absolutely not. Here's what I'm serious about, though. It's time for Joe's Conspiracy Corner.
Juicy.
Joe, take us away.
All right. If you will go to the Discord and pass the picture of the penis on my forehead.
Wait, in the general chat? No, you didn't put it in there.
No, I said it passed. No, I didn't say to share it.
Anywho, okay.
All right.
What do we have tonight?
Let's go
What
to...
is the topic of Joe's
Let's go to the Wikipedia
Conspiracy
first.
Corner, which is where?
The third one.
This one?
Yes.
Ah.
Just to generally talk about what this is. So, if you haven't heard about the Birds Aren't Real movement, it's a movement. It's a movement.
I don't think it's a movement.
It kind of is.
I don't really think it's a movement.
It's a satirical.
It's a satirical conspiracy theory.
There you go.
But it's hilarious.
It's a satirical conspiracy theory which posts that birds are actually drones operated by the United States government to spy on American citizens. In 2008, journalist Rachel Roberts describes Birds Aren't Real as a joke that thousands of people are in on. However, while we're here, I do want to branch off to this.
What are we branching off to, Joe?
So Israel has actually been caught with bird drones.
Yes.
So...
Of course. Why wouldn't Israel have bird drones?
I believe so, anyway. No, that one don't look like a bird. That one just looks like a drone. Let's see. So this may have just been an internet. What do you call it? Are you tapping your foot on it?
Yes. Would you hurry up?
I can hear it. Anyway, let's see. Let's move on down here. Background. So Peter McIndoe created a satirical conspiracy theory on a whim in January 2017 after seeing pro-Trump counter-protesters at the 2017 Women's March in Memphis, Tennessee. McIndoe, whatever his name is, wrote "Birds Aren't Real" on a poster and improvised a conspiracy theory amongst the counter-protesters as a spontaneous joke. A video of McIndoe at the march went viral, which started the satirical movement. In 2017, he posted on Facebook, "I made a satirical movement a few months ago, and people on Instagram seemed to like it a lot." He later disclaimed the post, saying it was written by a staffer who was fired, and did not admit until 2021 that he did not truly believe the conspiracy. The movement claims that all birds in the United States were exterminated by the federal government between 1959 and 1971 and replaced by look-alike drones used by the government to spy on citizens. The specifics of these theories are not always consistent. Not unlike actual conspiracy theories, they claim that birds sit on power lines to recharge themselves.
Indeed.
That birds poop on cars as a tracking method, and that U.S. President John F. Kennedy was assassinated by the government due to his reluctance to kill all the birds. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, this is a juicy one, man.
All right, so go back to Discord, and there's videos. And yeah,
are we going to start with the first one?
Yes. Don't go to the second one. I put it there and then went back to the thing. It's one of those pay for websites. So this is their website.
Right.
And there's videos. So like.
Wait. This one?
Well, shoot, let's go to that one.
Yeah. The following is the first time an ex-CIA agent has ever confessed to to bird drone surveillance on camera.
Well, Eugene, it was just a couple of weeks ago that we saw your name in that article, and now we're sitting across from each other. So thank you so much for doing this.
Sure, thanks.
I know we talked off camera some, but just for our viewers who don't know much about you, can you give us some on your background?
Well, I started off in the military for a few years in California. Then after I got out of the military, I was doing security for the CIA. I was in D.C. in 72. And then they moved me into domestic intelligence. And it's while I was there that, well, I saw some things that I really wish I hadn't seen.
Are you referring to bird drone surveillance?
Yeah.
This is terrible acting.
Tell us some more about that?
Oh, yeah, like I said, I'd been with the CIA for a few years. And then one morning, I got ordered to report to a military base. And I was briefed on something called Operation Water the Country. And when I got...
For those who don't know what that is, can you explain what that is?
Oh, sure. It's a code name we use for the process of removing all the living birds.
I'm looking this up
They
now.
used poison gas dropped from airplanes.
Chemtrails.
After the living birds were taken out of the picture, what was the next step?
Well, they were replaced with fake birds. They were electronic decoys. They could watch people without them knowing it.
What was your role in all of this? Like, how do you know this information?
I was in charge of
Okay, so pause it
destroying
real
the
quick.
evidence. It was believed at the time.
What the?
It wouldn't be safe.
So upon a Google search of Operation Water the Country, there is legit the CIA's this is from SmithsonianMagazine.com. The CIA's most highly trained spies weren't even human. As a former trainer reveals, the U.S. government deployed non-human operatives, ravens, pigeons, and even cats to spy on Cold War adversaries. Son of a bitch.
Birds aren't real.
And then at BBC.com, CIA unveils Cold War spy pigeon missions.
Birds aren't real.
Anyways, continue.
If the general public knew what was happening.
Okay. You just mentioned evidence. What kinds of evidence are you talking about?
Well, this went on for 10 years. There was thousands of documents, blueprints, film footage, photographs, and so on like that.
Did you keep anything?
No.
No.
Nothing. Well, there might have been one or two things.
This is terrible acting. Oh, Eugene asked for the cameras to be turned off, then revealed he kept multiple films providing his testimony. We gave him our address, but it's unclear whether he's going to send anything to us. Hopefully, updates to come.
That's fun. Okay. Well, that's fun.
Is that all you want? Because there's definitely more.
No, go continue.
I'm saying there's more. Like, go down on the videos, man. See?
Which one do we want? Just
let's talk about their mission statement there.
Which is
go
where?
down.
Yep.
Right there. Up, right there. We are the voice, brave enough to cry out. We are the storm thundering across the horizon. We are the candle in the dark room. We are the only hope this country has left. For years, your rights have been violated. We care about that. We care that the government watches you drive to work, eat, and sleep. They see everything from above without an ounce of consent from their own citizens. The government should not exist as a separate entity from the citizens. That is why that's what a democracy is all about. We need to take this country back. You don't have to be a brainwashed sheep. Through the simple act of understanding that burn drone surveillance is happening on a mass level, we slowly become human again. In our movement, there are beacons of light who run their own state categorized chapters. They have taken the responsibility of assurance, the continuation of activism in their communities. We call them the Bird Brigade. They are listed below. I guess you call it a mission statement or whatever their mantra.
Oh my God. So funny.
There for a minute, I was like, whoa, like, did they actually, like, come across something that was kind of legit and that's why they posted that? But no, that dude's acting was terrible.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Which brings me to something. This always makes me think about Rick and Morty.
And it's Probst. Right on time for his favorite time of the day.
So, have you ever watched Rick and Morty?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I've watched it.
So this is absolutely hilarious.
Why are you making me do this for you again? Who doesn't wish they could talk to animals, Rick? Most humans. There, I'm done. Just stay out of trouble.
Gotta keep moving. Can't stop. Up, down, up, down, up, stop, down.
The queen needs food. The babies need food. The queen makes babies. The situation in Argentina has proven less convenient than predicted.
We'll have to re-destabilize their economy, refocus labor class outrage from upper to middle, foster a coup, and install a compliant regime.
Same as Guatemala?
Yes, but you can double time it.
We need a quorum to pick a new pope in case the Exxon Monsanto thing falls through in Africa.
Why not use chemtrails? Put a canopy on Uganda. They're set to agitate any What?
That kid is watching us.
So? We're squirrels. He's a kid.
He's watching us like he hears what we're saying. Hey, kid. Young man. Come here, little boy. Tell Daphne to run a 199 on Impossible Doolittle. Little boy, we'll give you wishes if you can hear us. We can make it fly. Shit, Morty, what did you do? All right, Morty, pack your shit. That's only gonna keep him down for a little bit, Morty. You fucked with squirrels, Morty. We got a good 5 minutes before they're backing up on our ass, Morty. We have to pack up and move to a new reality, Morty. You know, I said we can only do that a couple of times. We're fucked over here because of these damn squirrels, Morty. Look, I don't have time to tell you my entire backstory, but...
Oh my God.
That's pretty funny.
I mean, that's the whole birds aren't real thing. That just makes me think of Rick and Morty. You fucked with squirrels. Every time. It's just hilarious.
You know what the sad part about this is? You know, usually we, like, conspiracies we always make fun of usually end up turning out to be, like, or at least come to fruition.
Kind of true in one way or another.
Well, I mean, even if it's not true now, it becomes true later. Like,
Right.
it actually becomes a real thing.
Right.
At some point. Because the government's like, oh, shit, hey, that's actually a good idea. Like, we're going to actually do that. That sounds good.
I've got something else for Conspiracy Corner that I found pretty interesting on the Tic Tac.
Oh, speaking of the COVID jab, did you see, let's see, what's his name? Matt Skelly.
Yes, I saw his post.
The one where it says that dude says, like, the vaccine's safe, and if I die, then you know it wasn't?
Yep.
And then he died?
Yep.
But what did he die of?
I'm not sure.
And then also it says Pfizer executive admits COVID-19 vaccine was never tested to prevent transmission.
Correct, because it wasn't. That was something else that I wanted
That's
to talk
a big,
about tonight, and I forgot about it.
That. Why are we not talking about that?
Because, well, that was.
I don't mean us. I don't mean us talking about. Like I'm saying, as a country, why are we not talking about that?
Because that was the whole point of the vaccines. Was it was supposed to prevent transmission, right? Like that's what they all told you. Like you're protecting everybody else. They never tested it for that. Like they admit that they never tested it for that. Hold on. Damn it, I can't type. Let's see.
Was the Pfizer COVID vaccine tested on stopping the transmission of the virus before it entered the market? If not, please say it clearly. If yes, are you willing to share the data with this committee? And I really want a straight answer, yes or no, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Regarding the question around, did we know about stopping immunisation before it entered the market? No. We had to really move at the speed of science to really understand what is taking place in the market. And from that point of view, we had to do everything at risk.
But okay, see, we're not worried about that. That's not what we're worried about. What pisses everybody off is you're saying, "Oh no, it's completely safe. We know 100% about this. It is safe." You lied. You literally lied to us. You lied to us openly, and then told us that we were bad people if we didn't believe you. Right, Justin?
Correct.
Like there were people telling us, like there were people that actually thought those of us that didn't believe you should be killed. There were people calling for the deaths of the non-believers.
Let's see.
At the very least, be put into prison.
Yes.
New York City had its biggest concert in over a year at Madison Square Garden over the weekend, where the band Foo Fighters performed for an all-vaccinated crowd, even included a guest appearance from Dave Chappelle. It was the venue's first full-capacity concert since March of 2020. So, in some states, things are going well. But things are also headed the wrong way in states with low vaccination rates, where the highly contagious Delta variant is getting a foothold. At the beginning of May, President Biden announced an aggressive goal of vaccinating 70% of adults by July 4th. Today, the Biden administration announced the country will narrowly miss that goal. The question now is how to keep pushing against what looks worryingly like a kind of vaccine ceiling in many parts of the country. Dr. Anthony Fauci is the chief medical advisor for President Biden, director of National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases at the National Institute of Health. Earlier today, he warned the new Delta variant is the greatest threat to eliminating COVID-19 in the United States, and he joins me now. Let's start with that right now. You know, a few months ago, I started taking up a kind of fairly bullish banner on COVID because the vaccines look so efficacious, and particularly as deployment got better, it really felt like, okay. The first time that I've started to feel bearish again is in the last few weeks, and it's because of these numbers. This is 14-day COVID changing cases in the states with the highest change. Missouri, 55%, 53, Arkansas, 46, Utah, 24, Arizona, 8. How worried are you about that?
I'm quite concerned at states and people who don't get vaccinated, Chris. The situation is so clear, the data affirm. If you get vaccinated, you are protected, even with the Delta variant, which, by the way, has a greater capacity to spread from person to person. And when you're infected, it has a greater likelihood of giving you serious disease. We know that as a fact from our own country, but particularly from the experience in the UK. The vaccines we have do protect well against the Delta variant. So if ever there was a reason to get vaccinated, it's right now, because we're seeing this Delta variant double every 2 weeks. We're up to 20.6% of the isolates now. So we've got to get, and somewhat,
you know, your risk is going up. That's true even for vaccinated people, but really true.
What I was looking for.
Does he actually say, "I am the science"? He actually did say that. Didn't he?
Yes, he did.
At some
say
point,
that
he said, "I
at
am the
one
science."
Point. Not only that, but I mean, so.
U.S. presidential hopeful Joe Biden says he's against rushing out a coronavirus vaccine. He laid out his plan to tackle the pandemic, including a plan to make wearing masks mandatory. Jagruti Dave with this report.
Joe Biden accused his Republican rival of politicizing vaccine development, saying, "I trust vaccines, I trust scientists, but I don't trust Donald Trump. And at this point, the American people can't either." Joe Biden took to the stage after receiving a briefing from health experts on the coronavirus pandemic, as well as calling for transparency on vaccine development. Joe Biden attacked Donald Trump, saying that he had failed to take the pandemic seriously.
By his own admission, he continued to lie about COVID-19. He doubled down on the catastrophic mistakes that he's made. And perhaps, worst of all, he made clear that he still doesn't have a plan to bring us out of this crisis. He even said, and I quote, "A lot of people think that masks are not good, undercutting the easiest, most effective means we have for reducing the spread of this disease."
Joe Biden said that if he was elected, he would put in place an effective distribution plan from the minute he takes office.
I would call all the governors to the White House and say, and because there's a question, I think it can be answered in the positive, a question whether I can mandate over state lines that every single state has to comply. Our legal team thinks I can do that based upon the degree to which there's a crisis in those states and how bad things are for the country.
Now, shortly afterwards, US President Donald Trump gave his own press briefing on vaccine development, where he contradicted the CDC director's congressional testimony from earlier in the day. Robert Redfield had said that a coronavirus vaccine wouldn't be available for widespread distribution in the United States until the late second quarter or third quarter of 2021. President Donald Trump said this was incorrect information and that he believed that Redfield was confused when he said it.
Maybe he's not aware of the distribution process. It's not really his thing as much as it would be, let's say, mine. But the distribution is going to be much faster. As far as the mask is concerned, I hope that the vaccine is going to be a lot more beneficial than the mask.
Now, Joe Biden quickly responded after President Trump's briefing, and he tweeted, "When I said I trust vaccines and I trust the scientists, but I don't trust Donald Trump, this is what I meant." Jagruti Dave, CNA, Washington.
So, at the end of the day,
first, let's begin with this.
Shut up. Fucking, I don't know. Anyway, are we pretty much done with Conspiracy Corner now?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
We've been done, I think.
Boom. That was Joe's Conspiracy Corner. So, at the end of the day, when you look at what happened with the vaccines, you know, you've got Kamala Harris saying, you know, I wouldn't get a vaccine under the Trump administration, that the Trump administration pushed out. Joe Biden, I don't trust Trump to get this
damn
vaccine,
anti-vaxxer.
I don't want this to come out super fast. Like,
damn anti-vaxxers.
Who are you supposed to believe at this point?
Justin, we're not supposed to make this political, Justin.
Oh. But you made it political, Pop.
Yeah, sure did.
You know who hasn't been in the news cycle very much here lately?
COVID?
Kamala Harris.
We did it.
We did it, Joe.
We accomplished nuclear war, Joe.
We did nothing, Joe. I just, tell me you're useless without telling me that you're useless.
Oh, she's useless.
Don't be a dick.
She is useless.
Come on, man.
You know how useful she is?
You know the thing.
She's as useful as a scratch and sniff sticker at the bottom of the ocean.
That's pretty useless.
Yes.
Smell like failure.
She is as useful as an oxygen tank for diving made out of lead.
That's pretty useless. Oh, man. Hey, Probst, if you're still here, your cup is at the beach.
The cup is there.
The cup is down there.
And it's at their store?
Yes, it's at Lonnie's parents' shop.
We do not wish to disclose their shop's location for their own safety and,
anonymity.
For their privacy.
So, feel free to reach out to me directly, Probst, and we'll make sure that you know where to go. Because we want you to have your cup.
And your pig.
And your pig. And your note.
We left you a note.
We left you a note.
It's good.
Do you love me? Do you love me? Are you playing your love games with me? I just want to know because I need your love and like. Come on now.
No.
Do you love me?
Speaking of
what?
We need to find a funny while you're talking about financial shit.
Here's the thing. Like, I don't really have anything for Financial Corner because the entire market is a shit show right now.
We already did the new normal, right? With that dude that was like the Republican. He's like, oh yeah, who am I kidding? The Republicans will have way bigger guns than that. It looks like he could be like the spokesperson for. Or he looks like he could either be like the hard left or the hard right. Is the dude with like a big beard, long mustache, had but he was kind of like in a sports coat.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Like none. In fact, I don't even know what to say.
Because he talked about the veins, like the first dose is to really get the veins ready for the second and third and seventh dose.
No, I don't remember that.
Oh my gosh, how do you?
I don't remember it. What do you want me to say? It's just one of those things.
This guy.
We've talked about so many things that I couldn't tell you.
Hold on, not that guy.
That's Squatch.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, their soap is actually really good.
It's also really expensive. This guy.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah,
we did that one.
He was funny as shit.
He was pretty funny. I think it's an Aussie Man night. Or, you know what? Because it is the third Saturday in October. This is pretty funny.
What you got? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that is funny.
This is hilarious.
There's some snitches.
All right, man. Just say what you've been saying, man. Why do you hate Tennessee?
Man, I hate Tennessee because first of all, it's Tennessee, and I just hate them because they low down, they dirty, they some snitches, and I hate Philip Farmer. I hate their colors. I'm not a dog person. I just hate Tennessee, man. Like, and I hate Neyland Stadium. It looks like a garbage truck worker convention. And I hate all their quarterbacks. I hate Tennessee, man.
Describe what you feel about their colors too. I thought that was interesting.
It reminds me, and it's not that orange that you can stand. See, I hate Tennessee more than I hate Auburn. I just dislike Auburn. I hate Tennessee. See, Tennessee's colors is that throw up orange. It's not that orange that you can sit with. It's that puke inside of a pumpkin orange. And I don't like pumpkins. So
this dude don't like anything.
I really don't like Tennessee, man. I can't stress that enough, man. And they losers. They sore losers because they're not Alabama, and I hate Tennessee, man.
Don't be that fan. Don't be that fan.
I can't stress that enough. I hate them boys.
Don't be that fan.
I hate Tennessee. Oh man, it's good stuff. Anyway,
I wonder if what's his face still makes videos.
Who's what's his face?
The black guy that he does his reaction to the
Jermaine?
game. Jermaine, yeah. I forgot his last name.
Yeah, he does.
Funny man Jermaine, yeah.
I mean, this is from last week. So, really, we need to watch this next week when he's got the new one out for the Tennessee Hate Week. I mean, because it is Tennessee Hate Week. And you know what?
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it. I hate Tennessee.
I like Tennessee.
I hate Tennessee. They some low down. They dirty. They snitches.
I like the stock.
I will not wear that gaudy orange. It is not in my color palette.
You know, me and Dad are actually thinking about painting the F1 that orange.
Gross.
It's beautiful.
It's gross, is what it is.
I don't know if I necessarily call it Tennessee orange, but it's pretty close. I don't know if you saw it, like, because the dude that we bought it from,
That's gross.
No, the dude that we bought it from already had the hood painted that color.
No, it's gross.
And
I don't give a shit what you say. It's
sexy.
gross
It's
because
pretty
you know
sexy.
why? You know why? You know why? Because I hate Tennessee.
The birds disagree with you.
I don't give a shit what the birds disagree with. They're from the government.
From the government.
Birds aren't real. Hey, let me ask you something, Joe. Serious question.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? You ever seen a pigeon nest?
Actually, that I believe.
No, you haven't.
I've seen them in the egg.
Don't lie. Don't lie to me. Birds aren't real.
I think I've seen them in the egg.
So here's the thing. They're real in the fact that they exist, but they are not what they would appear to be. CIA spy drones. We really need to do the flat Earth.
Oh,
that's one that we really need to do.
I thought we did that already.
No. We haven't really done the flat Earth. Like,
Ne-
we need to do
Okay, so
the flat
next
Earth.
week, those Masons.
Freemasons.
Freemasons.
Yes.
And
absolutely. You know, my grandfather was a Freemason, or my great grandfather was a Freemason.
Beth's granddad was a Freemason.
Yep. They're everywhere.
Yeah. You know, and part of me, I guess once I say this, they're definitely not going to let me in, but part of me wanted to, like, join them just so I would know.
You know what else we need to do?
What?
The Illuminati.
But I feel like the Illuminati is really not that big of a deal as I thought it used to be. Because, you know, the Illuminati was actually real, but it wasn't.
Me. No.
That mic don't work like that. You got to speak in there.
Shut up.
See, because the Illuminati.
Excuse me. Frankly, the Illuminati, extremely important. They control everything, except for me, except for the Donald. The Donald is controlled by no one.
Except his wiener.
Not even Twitter. Even Twitter can control me.
His wiener controls him, though.
Elon Musk, great guy, can't control me.
Whatever.
Don't. Excuse me. Extremely rude. Don't whatever me. Don't whatever the Donald.
But next week is Masons.
Next week will be the Freemasons.
And
I want substance. You did good tonight.
I mean,
that was a good one.
I don't even have to do research. Like, I mean, I've done research on
No.
the Masons
You bring things to the table.
I'm going to bring things to the table. I'm just saying I don't really actually have to, like, go do research. Like, I can tell you a shit ton about Masons.
Good things to the table, or you're fired.
Psh. I am the conspiracy theorist.
Bro, you have some really shitty conspiracies.
Just because you don't like them doesn't make them not conspiracy theories.
You thought that a thought experiment was a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. It's a thought experiment.
What made it a conspiracy was, is it going to actually happen?
No, that's not how conspiracies work.
Kinda.
No, not even at all. Not even a little bit.
Because, like, there's a conspiracy, like to kill everybody in the world.
I really think your kids messed with my channel because I sound weird. Or maybe it's just this headset. I don't know.
No, you sound weird to me, too.
Yeah. I really think your
muffled.
kids messed with something over there.
You sound muffled.
Yeah, it's a problem.
You want me to go look?
Well, I mean, it's too late now.
I'm just saying so we'll know.
Yeah, go look.
Okay.
Joe sat over there in his chair at his computer with his dick in his hand earlier instead of fixing shit, helping me out. Had to do all this by myself. What do it be looking like over there? Hey, I sound different already. Whoa. Hey, yeah, that's much different. Dude, you got to keep them kids away from that thing. Damn kids.
Hey, you shut up.
Damn kids. Have you tried punching them?
No.
You should probably try that.
No.
Frankly, I find it as the best form of punishment.
That sounds a lot better. Yeah, one of the high, I think it was the high was turned down. But the thing is, everything else was the same. So it could have been something as simple as
my sultry undertones.
Because I think I messed with the wires over here somewhere, and the wire could have rubbed up. I mean, like literally, you can turn them just as simple as it don't take much.
Yeah, I sound much better now because
the
rest actually sound like me in the headphones.
Yeah. Like the rest of everything looked pretty decent. There's little things here and there, but
yeah. All right. Well,
I do think
we need more funny.
I think yeah, we do. I feel like we just need more because we still got some time.
I mean, yeah, we've still got some time, but that don't mean we gotta.
I wish we had a good comment section. Ooh, we talked about nuclear war tonight. Let's what a nuclear war or nuclear bomb feels like.
As a big ass explosion.
When the flash hit you, you could see the X-rays of your hands through your closed eyes. To say it was frightening is an understatement. We were basically used guinea pigs. There's no other word for it.
The threat of nuclear war hasn't been this high since the Cold War.
We will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea.
To better understand this existential danger, I want to speak to soldiers who've experienced atomic bomb explosions up close.
Some bad mamma jammas.
While everyone knows about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, few are aware that an additional 2,000 atomic bombs were detonated after World War II and tested on hundreds of thousands of young soldiers to prepare them for nuclear war. Most nuclear tests were performed by the United States and Russia, but 20,000 British soldiers were also involved. These missions were secret, and up until recently, the veterans weren't allowed to discuss them. Only a few of these men are still alive today. I've been invited to a reunion of atomic veterans in a village near Bristol. The veterans have traveled from all over the country to share their experiences. I wonder if they're more concerned about the...
So this is why I don't think that... Now, if it was like all-out nuclear war and we just launched what we had, then yeah, we're probably going to die.
Yeah, but you're talking about these people that experience like very low yield nuclear weapons.
I mean, that's true. But if you go, you can actually go to a website, and it'll tell you. Let's see, nuclear map. Have you heard of this?
Yep.
It's called Nuke Map, but the website's nuclearsecrecy.com/nuke map. And you can actually pick out like where it is, like where you want to drop the nuke.
You know what?
We go to it. Yeah, there you go. We can continue this. Like I said, we got time. No, it's yeah. Well, yeah. There you go.
I know what I'm doing.
Fair.
So, let's go to. So, Huntsville, right?
Right.
Where's the arsenal?
It's like slightly to the left, I believe.
This botanical garden. Like right here.
You got to put the little thing there.
Well, I don't know how to do that.
You zoom. Yeah, it's down there. It should be down there. There it is. There you go. Put it right
there.
Okay. Slightly to the left.
That's basically Redstone Arsenal, right?
Okay. Now, let's start with the biggest one, which is the Tsar Bomba.
How many kilotons is that?
It'll show you on there. All the way to the bottom. Tsar Bomba. Well, it's actually not kilotons. It's 100 megatons. So it's way bigger.
Let's go surface.
Surface, yes. Casualties, radioactive fallout. Kaboom.
Whoa.
So shit bad, basically. Shit bad. Estimated fatalities. We're still going.
167,000 people.
And that's the dead people.
So this is the fallout right here.
Right.
Right.
So see, like, zoom in. See, so we're over here in the RAB. At least I am. And so that light color there is, let's see.
Let's see. That is heavy blast damage.
No. Go down. It's further down. It's the thermal radiation radius, I believe. Maybe. I don't know. They don't really match. Oh, you can put your cursor over it and it'll flash it. Or it looked like it did. Nope. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, you got to put it on the dot.
So.
No, that's not it. Go up.
We're in light blast damage.
Are we?
Yep.
Okay, light blast. So you're still. Let's see. Light blast damage is
moderate blast damage. I'm fucked.
Let's see.
Heavy blast damage.
I can't really read from here to there, so I'm going to just do it on my computer here. All right, so light blast damage is at around 1 psi overpressure. Glass windows can be expected to break. This can cause many injuries in a surrounding population who comes to a window after seeing the flash of a nuclear explosion, which travels faster than the pressure wave, often used as a benchmark for light damage in cities. So basically, if you see a bright flash, specifically at night, don't go to the window.
No.
Freaking duck your ass down.
So here's the thing. I'm in the moderate blast damage.
You are?
Yes. I can see where my apartment is from right here.
So you still got a chance.
Because this right here is the football stadium.
Right.
I'm like right here.
Yeah, so you got a chance.
No, I'm dead.
But you're not gonna be happy.
I'm not gonna be happy.
Like you gonna be ouchies. Like the skin is not gonna be happy.
No.
You gonna have a really good tan.
So let's
that's the Tsar Bomba. That is the largest nuclear weapon to ever be created. And guess who owns it?
Let's go to Airburst.
Russia. Russia owns it. Oh yeah, you about to go to that.
They are still calculating casualties.
Oh, I did the airburst. I thought I did ground burst.
Holy shit. Yeah, see, airburst, 100,000 more people.
Yeah.
Let's see. Fireball radius. So, luckily, hold on,
yeah, well, that's one thing though. With the
drag this closer to. Let's go right there.
With the airburst, I don't think you get as much of the fireball.
No, you get the full fireball. So with that right there, let's see. That's Crestwood. So right here is pretty much, yeah. So right here, right in this area, Joe, right in that area is where I live.
Okay.
That is in
Fireball.
No, it's not the Fireball. It is definitely in the moderate blast damage, though.
I mean, like I said, you're going to have a really good tan and not be happy.
3rd degree burns.
Yeah.
Like, that's terrifying. Now, let's go to the first hydrogen bomb. So, the RAB is safe.
The only thing that makes the RAB not safe is the Tsar Bomba, from what I've seen and what I've done on there. Yeah, because Castle Bravo.
Let's see what that is. That's the largest. Yeah, I mean, the RAB is safe.
Yeah, the only thing that makes the RAB not safe is Tsar Bomba.
That's crazy, man.
Well, you got to remember, and two, we also have to take into consideration, this is just a generalized circle. Like, it's not taking elevation and terrain into consideration. So we are up on a mountain here, so there is going to be, it would probably be even less because it would hit the mountain and go up.
Yeah. So
at least that's what we'd hope, I guess.
You know, the smallest bomb produced. What's
David Crockett. Oh, we're talking about just blowing up streets. We're not even talking about like whole, like you blowing up neighborhoods.
I mean, yeah, but it's still crazy, right? That's the smallest U.S. bomb ever. Let's do
just a crude nuclear weapon.
A crude terrorist weapon. Killing about 150 people if you detonate it on Redstone Arsenal, right? But let's take this and whoa.
You're still gonna have immense fallout from it.
Yeah, let's detonate it like in between. Yeah, I mean, the RAB is pretty much safe.
Yeah, like who cares about
a bunch of fucking rednecks?
Well, I was gonna say, who cares about Lacey Springs?
But,
like I mean, we don't even care about Lacey Springs.
So let's be real though about what we'd probably be looking at.
I'll actually look at it,
and it's
I'll research
probably
it. What type of nuke would Russia most likely use?
I mean, what do they have?
That's what it says. What's in their arsenal? This was posted just like 6 days ago.
I mean, like, so typically speaking, it's going to be like a low yield tactical nuclear weapon. It's not going to be an H-bomb, right?
Hopefully.
It definitely wouldn't be a Tsar bomb.
So Russia has 1,912 tactical nuclear weapons,
which are how many kilotons?
It don't say right here specifically. It just says their number. Then it has 1,185 intercontinental ballistic missiles.
Yep,
that's enough to end the world itself. Submarine launched ballistic missiles are 800, and air launched from bombers are 580.
So those are going to be the big ones, the air launched. You know, but the thing that is terrifying is the fallout, right? Because, I mean, we're going all the way up into almost West Virginia with the fallout alone.
Oh, yeah.
What the? Okay.
And, like, have you seen the footage of the Tsar Bomba being detonated?
Yes, but let's go.
It's like the size of a damn mountain. It's bigger than a mountain. It's freaking massive. Drop.
They had to put a parachute on it so that they could guarantee that the pilots would actually get away.
Приближается к точке взрыва. Высота 4000 метров. Осталось 3 секунды. 2, 1, 0.
That was an airburst.
Yep.
Взрыв сопровождался световой вспышкой необычной силы. В этот момент самолет-носитель находился в 40 и последующее свечение
I mean, that shit is terrifying.
Yeah, it is. Like it literally changes the color of everything.
Через несколько секунд после
I mean, look at
взрыва
that.
диаметр пылевого столба составлял около 10 километров. Увеличиваясь в размерах, облако медленно...
Like sometimes I just sit and I think, like,
I mean, look at how tall that mushroom cloud is.
Now, the likelihood, I feel like the likelihood that they would actually use one of those be
Ever
unlikely.
since the first nuclear weapons test in the deserts of New Mexico and the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, nuclear weapons have become significantly more powerful. Since the first test in New Mexico by the United States in 1945, 2,475 nuclear weapons have been detonated across the globe. Over 85% of those detonations have come from only two countries, however, the United States and the former Soviet Union. Only two of those thousands of detonations were ever used in a war, the ones dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II by the United States.
I mean, we'll just look at it. It flattened everything.
Compared to modern weaponry. The Hiroshima bomb produced an explosion of 15 kilotons, or 15,000.
It was literally one of the smallest ones.
The bomb dropped on Nagasaki had an explosion of 21 kilotons, but how much bigger can nuclear weapons possibly get? The answer is, terrifyingly, much, much bigger. The largest nuclear weapon currently in the United States arsenal is the B-83, which can produce a blast of 1.2 megatons. To understand the scale from here out, 1 megaton is equal to 1 million tons of TNT, and that is equal to 1,000 kilotons. Remember that the Hiroshima blast was just 15 kilotons, so that means that the B-83 produces a blast 80 times more powerful than that. What I've been showing on this scale is only the size of the mushroom cloud that the bombs produced. So to further add to the scale, we're going to place the size of Mount Everest here and the average altitude of a commercial airliner that you would normally fly on here. So, the Castle Bravo bomb is the largest nuclear weapon ever tested by the United States. It produced a blast of 15 megatons, or about 1,000 times the scale of Hiroshima. But even that pales in comparison to the largest nuclear weapon ever detonated. In October 1961, the Soviet Union created the largest man-made explosion ever in human history when they detonated this device, known as the Tsar Bomba, here over this territory known as Novaya Zemlya. The bomb detonated with an astounding force of 50
That's not a realistic picture.
Or about 3,333 Hiroshima blasts. It was so powerful that it almost destroyed the plane that dropped it, shattered windows as far away as Norway and Finland, and the shock waves created by the bomb circled around the entire Earth 3 times. But this test was actually just a scaled-down version of what was theoretically possible. Although never tested, the Soviets did have plans to create a bomb that would be twice as powerful as even the Tsar Bomba, a bomb so powerful that it would have produced a mind-boggling 100 megaton blast, or about 6,666 Hiroshima blasts
That's a scary
altogether. To get another sense of scale, let's imagine that Times Square in New York City would be the epicenter of these blasts. You can test this stuff out yourself on the website NukeMap after watching this video. I'll provide a link for it after
They
the
actually
end.
put-
But let's see the results first. First off, we're going to show
Okay,
the
so
size of
that's
this
the
detonation,
largest one
which was caused by
designed.
the recent North Korea
Okay,
test in
okay.
2013. Following this, here's the size of the Hiroshima detonation, which isn't really that much bigger, but let's move on to the B-83 bomb that we were talking about. As you can see, it would affect a much larger area than the Hiroshima bomb. But moving on past that to the Castle Bravo test, we can see how it truly dwarfs everything before it. But even that blast is incredibly tiny when we move on towards the Tsar Bomba as seen here. And then finally for our scale, we move on to how large the blast from the theoretical 100 megaton version of the Tsar Bomba would be. The blast would be so powerful, this is what the blast radius would look like if you were observing it from the International Space Station. So the question then becomes, should any of this really worry you? How many nuclear weapons exist today anyway? Well, in total, there are estimated to be around 15,600 nuclear weapons in the world currently, enough to destroy the entire planet dozens of times over. But only 9 countries control that stockpile, and 92% of those weapons are controlled by only the United States and Russia. The other 8% of the global nuclear arsenal is controlled in descending order of numbers by France, China, the United Kingdom, Pakistan, India, Israel, and North Korea. Israel is, however, highly secretive about its nuclear program and has never publicly confirmed nor denied the existence of their nukes. It's just one of those things where everybody knows that they have them, but nobody really comes out and says so. Unless your name happens to be Mordecai Vanunu, a man who did reveal details about Israel's nuclear program and spent 18 years in prison, including over 11 years in solitary confinement. Also interesting to note, South Africa used to be in possession of 6 nuclear weapons because the past apartheid regime was afraid of the 79% of the population that couldn't vote and communists trying to overthrow their government, but they eventually agreed to dismantle all of them, which makes South Africa the only country to ever acquire nuclear weapons and then voluntarily get rid of them. Well, unless you don't count Ukraine, Belarus, or Kazakhstan, which all had nuclear weapons for a brief amount of time after they declared their independence from the Soviet Union in 1991. Ukraine is particularly awkward because after their independence, they found themselves in possession of over 5,000 nuclear weapons, which would make Ukraine for a brief period the world's 3rd largest nuclear power and probably one of the most powerful countries on Earth as a result.
Shit is crazy.
They agreed to hand them all over to Russia in exchange for a super serious promise that nobody would violate their territory or borders in the future, and we all know how that turned out. As a result of that happening, it's doubtful that other countries would be thrilled to ever give up their nuclear weapons in the future, but leave your thoughts and comments below about how you feel one way or the other. I'd also like if you posted any questions that you have to ask about me personally.
Anyway.
So, there's actually one on here. It says, currently in the Russian arsenal. It's the Topol or whatever.
So, just for shits and giggles.
Go down. Keep going.
Oh, there it is. Ooh.
That's an airburst.
Yeah, which is what it would be.
Yeah, and
that's
it pretty much wipes
maximizes
out.
yield.
It pretty much wipes out the whole Washington D.C.
Yeah, completely wipes it out.
Yep, pretty much.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Yep. Where does it show the?
I mean, and if you really wanted to,
there you go. Detonate it again. See if it changes it.
Well, no, it's not.
I mean, but the death toll, like show the death toll.
It's not giving me that.
Where did it go? Oh, you gotta click casualties.
Where?
Right up, right there.
Oh, that.
There we go. Sheet.
Well, I mean, you got to think like that's a highly populated area.
Right.
So.
You don't show. Oh, you gotta put the. Well, you did put Fallout.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Interesting.
Oh no, let's go surface.
Oh, there it went.
That's hilarious. I mean, the radiation radius alone. But, I mean, the fireball is fucking massive.
It's going to be a bad day.
It's going to be a really bad day. Anyway, let's, Oh, sorry. I wasn't sharing that at all. But, yeah, I mean, it's bad. Real bad.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I think we really need to end this on a funny note.
Fire the missiles!
Let's see. Let's go science experiment fails.
Okay.
Welcome back. This week we're looking at the unsurprisingly dangerous world of science experiments. Bottle rockets teach us a lot about Earth and who we are. They're best done outside and aim away from your balls. Human Biology 101, aim away from your balls. Also aim away from your face.
Oh.
Is that a dad or a private school friend? Yeah, nah, don't let dads or private school mates oversee experiments. They are the least qualified people to do science with. That's an opinion though, to be fair, not a fact. Also, this is common decency. Make sure unqualified assistants are aware of the dangers of sciencing, especially on TV. Fuck me, stupid. That wasn't a bottle rocket. It was a soft drink filled Patriot exile. Massive props to this Sheila for acting as cool as carbon, despite nearly fucking dying. She's like, no worries, a bit of blood from the ears never hurt anyone. Meanwhile, old mate reckons that went well. She remains focused on her crippling tinnitus. Holy shit, he's pitching a DIY science book. Even the tree branch is yelling, shut the fuck up. Of course he does not. Seriously, I think I'm deaf. This fella is sticking a soldering iron in his nose. What could go wrong? A lot could go wrong. He seems to be concentrating more now. No, he's not. You'd hope some people would evolve from their science fails. Ow! Rather than go backwards. Humanity doesn't always evolve, however. Okay, I think he's taking the piss. Surely he's pretending to be dodgy. Surely. It's time to answer the age-old question, what happens when you apply a blowtorch to a bottle of Jack's? Let's have a look at the outcome. Well, it explodes. Yeah. Nah, what a waste. Maybe just drink the tasty beverage. Evidently, this gentleman has been listening to Insane Clown Posse and needed a refresher on how magnets work.
Fucking magnets, how do they work?
Metal. The answer is metal. And it fucking hurts when dozens of bits of metal crush your fingers. Okay, we're in a lab with an actual science teacher, full safety gear, no stunts, no bottle rockets in the face, just good, controlled experimentation. That said, they seem to be setting balls of fire alight just below a sprinkler. Now look, I'm not a scientist, but my gut tells me that's not a good idea. My gut was right. It's a fact that if you put fire near a sprinkler, it goes off. Alright, this Tony Stark-esque science presentation looks much more professional. This should be good. It's
actually looks pretty
incredible. Look at this amazing robotic bird. This gives me hope.
Birds aren't
that
real.
Through science, both man and animal
That's
can
pretty
pave
cool.
the way for a better world. Oh, what? Fucked it. Oh, we're all fucked. Damn it. Or if you...
Nope, stop it. Bad. Well, I feel like for it just being me and you, we did a pretty decent job tonight.
Oh, pleased.
I'm thoroughly pleased. So, it's a couple minutes early, but
subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Yeah, he's got feet pics.
If you like them hairy,
they're ugly.
If you like them hairy,
don't do it.
I'm just kidding. I don't have OnlyFans.
Anywho.
The state of the economy might drive you to it, though.
Correct. Indeed. So we've ignored.
I said OnlyFans, and the view shot up.
All of the comments, and it's fucking disgusting that we did that tonight. But we had a lot of substance to get through. So if you're watching this after the fact, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and join us every Saturday night at 8:30 Central Time.
And for the love of everything good in this world, somebody sponsor us. Like, I want to be able to drink some free shit or fiddle with some free shit or, I don't know, something.
Anything.
Damn it.
X-Chair. Looking at you.
That's, I feel like that's unrealistic.
Shut your face.
I'm talking like, brew company. It'd be nice, we could like try your beers like on the air or something.
No. X-Chair.
I mean, that's a high goal to reach, and I'm sure we'll get there eventually.
Maybe even sure.
That would
be
cool.
nice.
That would be excellent. Cigar companies.
I don't really care for cigars.
You don't care for cigars?
Not really.
Beer. Or whiskey.
Man, I'm not a whiskey drinker either.
What are you?
I just don't do liquor. You know this.
That's fair.
Now, margaritas. I'll do those.
Margarita company.
Anyway.
Hell, I don't care. If you said it's women's feminine products, we'll review it.
Yeah.
We'll do something with somebody.
We'll shove tampons up Joe's ass.
I will judge the comfortability of them.
But that's all for tonight, guys. I'm Justin.
I'm Joe. Tally ho, lads.